Hi foodies, this is Foodie Phil and Critic Rebecca, and this week on Foodie on a Budget, we'll be going over that college classic of instant ramen.
We're gonna add some ramen eggs and some vegetables and spices to kick it up a little bit extra.
So it'll go from food on a budget to foodie on a budget.
I see what you did there. With ramen eggs, and I am going to make some broth with some bouillon, and then you're going to add soy sauce and mirin. Ramen eggs, they're really good, and they can add a lot to your ramen. So I'm just going to start by dissolving my bouillon cube, and I like having bouillon on hand because it's pretty reasonable to have. I like the taste actually better than cans or boxes of broth. Homemade always tastes better. It's just a pretty cheap alternative to have on hand and is nice to have available.
Look at that beautiful bouillon.
Once it's all dissolved, then you can add your other ingredients. So you're going to add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce.
Make sure you know who you're doing the soy sauce for, because soy sauce does have gluten, but there are gluten-free versions.
And then that's mirin. And mirin it's kind of like a sweeter cooking wine. Yes, you can easily find it at the Asian grocery store. I've also found it in the ethnic sections of grocery stores as well. It's pretty common. And so I use hard-boiled eggs because I was using them for something else as well, but we also really like making soft-boiled eggs, and has a little bit of a runny yolk. And you just want to make sure that you have enough liquid to completely cover your eggs. And you can use plastic wrap to push them down if it doesn't go all the way. Alright, so now I'm going to get ready to make my ramen a few days later. Just going to refrigerate those eggs in the fridge for a couple days. So I'm going to start by boiling my water. I just want enough water to cover my noodles. And then I put in the frozen vegetables, because they need to cook a little bit longer than the noodles. So I'm going to cook those for a few minutes, and I added some chicken bouillon. So you can also use broth instead of water, but I'm just adding some bouillon to enhance the flavor. And let those boil for a couple minutes, and then you can start adding your spices. Some rice vinegar will add a little bit to the acidity. I like adding garlic powder and onion powder. You can kind of add as much as you like. We used a 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, but if you don't like garlic as much, you don't have to add as much. You kind of go with what you like. A little bit of celery salt, and then some curry spice. If you like curry, I like it in my ramen. It's a nice change up.
And we get a local brand. You do not have to do that, but we like supporting our local businesses that make fun spices for us.
Mm-hmm. I usually break it in half that way, just so that the noodles aren't as long. And then you just kind of arrange them in your pan so they're all pretty much submerged. And then I use one of the packets from the instant ramen packet. And because I added so many spices, I didn't add the other one, but you can if you feel like it needs more flavor.
And then you pretty quickly add your 2 eggs here at the beginning of the process, so they cook all the way through.
Noodles cook pretty quickly, so you don't want to overcook them. So you're going to add in your eggs.
And there's a couple different ways you can add the eggs. You can add the eggs and then stir them real quick, and then it's kind of like an egg drop soup. Or if you just let them boil for the 2 minutes, it's kind of like a poached egg.
Mm-hmm. And then you can plate it all up. Add it to your bowl.
It adds the ramen eggs, add a nice umami flavor for the brighter flavors of ramen. Even the kids liked the ramen eggs.
Mm-hmm. They are quite flavorful. And they'll last in your fridge to about a week. So if you want to make some to have on hand for different dishes, they're nice to have.
And there's the gorgeous ramen.
There you go. And that was ramen. So when you're in the mood for a little ramen, hope that gives you some ideas of how you can change it up a little bit.
and instantly kick it up a notch. I hope you have a great day. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and tell us what recipes you want to see us cook or botch in the comments below. Fear of the blooper reel. You're not looking?
Stop.